You've probably heard many people talking about minimalism and its benefits. Well, I'm here to tell you it works like a charm. So watch this video to see all about it. Hey you homebody buddies, my name is Robyn and I'm here to tell you all about how we started minimalism recently. So grab a cup of tea, put your feet up, maybe grab a piece of paper, write it down, or you can click the link below and I'll have a little download all about how we tackle minimalism. Now minimalism is not as scary as you might think. It's about simplifying your life and evaluating what is adding to your life and what isn't, and how simplifying can actually make your life better. So some people only want 1 cup per person or 1 bowl, or they only wear black like Steve Jobs. There are tons of minimalists who do this. I do like a little bit more variety in my life, but I do think I am going to actually start the 333 capsule wardrobe soon. I mean, my wardrobe is pretty plain as it is, I think. So, but hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss that video. So why do people start minimalism? Well, let me tell you a story. So I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and that was a time when people wanted more. It was all about consumerism. It was all about getting stuff. We saw clutter everywhere. So what do you do? What do you learn? Well, then you learn that you need to buy things to fill up spaces. And then what do you end up with? Even more clutter. So I wanted something more. I wanted peace. I didn't want clutter everywhere. I didn't want to just think, I'm just going to abandon my house, pack up my family, and just drive up to live in the woods somewhere. I mean, I do live in the woods, but like living in the woods in a house that was like a small little cabin, didn't have much in it. So like anyone in 2019, I started Marie Kondo. But her methods really didn't get to the root of the problem. Joy or no joy. Then I bought Joshua Becker's book, and that is when the light bulb went off. Why are we holding on to so many things? What are we teaching our kids? Too much consumption and an emphasis on belongings. One example is Christmas. Now, I love Christmas. I've always been like the biggest fan of Christmas, and don't even try to argue me on that. I have always been the hugest fan of Christmas, and I'm telling you, I even just the other day, it's February, was thinking I could go for a Christmas movie. So there you go. But Christmas has its issues. Unfortunately, it's like a responsibility and a duty to give things to people, instead of when it used to be like, oh, I saw this, I thought of Robyn, I thought this would be good for her. No, now people are like, I have to give Robyn a present, instead of saying, oh, maybe I would like to give her these baked goods or this cheese or whatever. I mean, I actually really like getting food now and gift certificates because it's not clutter for my house. It's actually things that you can use. Regardless, this is about you being happier in your own home without having clutter around all the time, driving you crazy and distracting you from being creative or having fun with your family or your dog, or just like staring at the wall. I don't know, just having a good time. There are no rules to minimalism, but there are some guidelines. Now, we started towards the minimalist lifestyle about 3 months ago, and I'm going to tell you the process. So I do it in 3 ways. I start with the easiest rooms. And now that is what Joshua recommends, and I think that is perfect advice. Don't start in the kids' room. I know it's super tempting because they've got Lego and all sorts of crazy stuff all over the place. But let me tell you, that is mean. You gotta set the example here and get rid of some of your own stuff. So don't start with the kids' stuff. So start with things like your living room, your junk drawer, your dining room, rooms where you definitely have some stuff that you do not use that you can get rid of. Then you move on to some of the harder rooms like your master bedroom, your kitchen, and finally the garage. So first what you're going to do is pick up something and say, does this add value to my life? No, it does not. I don't want it anymore. For things like ornaments, I'm even more of a stickler. You want to have enjoyed it and admired it and actually like it in the last like month to 3 months. So whatever works for you. But for me, if I pick it up and I'm like, this doesn't add any value to my life, I don't like it, it doesn't give me happy memories, it doesn't give me any memories, it's gotta go. I also want less stuff on my kitchen countertops. So I only keep out things that we use on a daily basis. And we even use our blender on a daily basis, but I still put that away in the drawer because I still don't need it out. We only use it a couple times a day. Our tea kettle, well, I have a tea addiction. So we do leave the tea kettle out because we boil water constantly. And the soda stream, well, that's just too bulky to put away. I'm afraid I'm gonna like shoot it through the wall or something. Now you may come across thousands of things that you may think, I can use this one day, but I'm telling you, it is sucking your energy and you really need to think, am I going to use this? Is keeping this going to be good for me? And can maybe I replace it for like $20? Then get rid of it, because if you don't think you're using it right now, and you probably won't in the near future, it's gotta go. Now I have a just in case video coming up shortly, so make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell because you are not going to want to miss that. There are a lot of benefits. Your cortisol levels will go down. You will be less stressed. I have enjoyed being in my house so much more since we have started minimalism, and we are only like halfway. Coupled with the cleaning system we just started, I honestly feel like I actually don't clean my house. I have so much more time to get stuff I want to done, like being creative and hanging out with my kids and going in my garden. Here is another video on minimalism, and here is the cleaning system that I was talking about. Have a good day. Make sure you drink more tea.